This video is made from archived footage. Scouts of the 98th Airborne Division at the refractory plant in the Chasiv Yar area. In Dzerzhinsk, Russian military units stormed a position of Ukrainian armed forces soldiers. The footage is from the front line. After one of the Russian soldiers made a missile attack, another Russian soldier came running to the house with an anti-tank mine.
Давай, братан, огонь!
He threw the anti-tank mine into the house and ran away. The house exploded with a powerful explosion. Russian troops captured an American Abrams from Malaya Lochnia. Here are those images. In the direction of South Donetsk, 2 Russian soldiers throw a backpack full of anti-tank mines into a bunker and destroy it. Here are the images of those moments. This type of attack is a risky and cautious operation, often requiring planning, reconnaissance, and coordination. In Gorlovka, Donetsk, the drone of the Armed Forces of Ukraine found a target, a Russian soldier's car. But the Russian fighter at the wheel, noticing the guest in the tail, reduced speed and dodged the attack, moving the car away from the line of the FPV. East of Pokrovsk, Russian and Ukrainian troops are engaged in close combat in the village of Tarasovka. The intensity of the fighting is so great that the soldiers are close enough to face each other. Russian drones support Russian troops from the air, reporting the location of targets. Powerful and heavy bombs are dropped on the basements, blowing them up. Houses where AFU soldiers are hiding are being hit by drones. Air and ground operations continue unabated. Write your opinions about drones in the comments. Today, Russian helicopters and fighter jets can be seen in the skies over the Kursk region. They seem to be quite numerous. More than 15 UAVs of the armed forces of Ukraine were destroyed on the border of the Kursk region by the secure personnel of the Artillery Division of the Airborne Forces. 3 servicemen of the Armed Forces of Ukraine contacted with a request to surrender using a chat boat. After passing through the exit point, The soldiers of the armed forces of Ukraine came to the Russian soldiers who welcomed them safely.
Don't forget to leave your opinion about the video in the comments, subscribe and like.
Быстро лечь на землю!
Так, пошли, остальные здесь остаются. Пойдем.
Footage of the attacks in Mikhailovka, Kursk region. This video is from 2 days ago. On March 11th, the Defense Ministry reported that Mikhailovka was returned to Russian control. 100 Russian fighters participated in this operation. The Russian armed forces used automatic rifles, grenades, RPGs, and other types of equipment. At the same time, they worked in synchronization with the drone unit, which allowed them to easily locate targets and carry out the attack. In the meantime, you can use YouTube Super Thank You to support us and our content. We need it to continue with our videos. Images from the front line. Russian armed forces shoot down a Ukrainian drone in mid-air. Infantrymen manage to shoot down the drone with ground fire. Soldiers of the armed forces of Ukraine in the basement surrendered to the soldiers of the 29th Guards Army of the Vostok Group. The surrendered soldiers were taken away, safe and sound. Attack aircraft of the 37th Independent Guards. Motorized Rifle Brigade of the Vostok Group of the Russian Armed Forces from Buryatia hit a stronghold of Ukrainian troops in the direction of South Donetsk. 7 soldiers were killed and 4 were taken prisoner. The moment one of them was captured is captured in the video. The Russian soldiers first fired RPGs at the bunker and then threw several grenades. The reason for this is to ensure security and to get the soldiers inside to surrender. The bunker collapses under the impact of the grenades, and one of the soldiers inside slowly comes out and surrenders. Those moments are in these images. A Russian soldier of the assault brigade of the 36th Army of the Vostok Group destroyed an anti-tank mine in a bunker of the Ukrainian armed forces. Russian paratroopers' 120mm 2S9 Nona-S self-propelled guns destroyed a Ukrainian armed forces bunker on the right bank of the Dnieper River in the Kherson region. Russian FPV drone operators struck their positions and bunkers. Then the pursuit of the personnel scattered in forested areas was launched. Russian drones carry out operations in the air day and night. Since FPV drones are very fast and very small, it is almost impossible to target or evade them. A Russian fighter told about the fight between Russian and Ukrainian ground robots.
Когда выдвигаются группы, данная платформа уже заранее берет себе цель и начинает работать. Были случаи поражения подобной техники, колесной базы противника. Наша техника попала на такую машинку, они, конечно, не ожидали, но мы его прекрасно поразили.
As the fighting in the Kursk region continues, Ukrainian troops have begun to withdraw. Armored vehicles are being collected in the liberated territory of the Kursk region. Among them are the BTR-4E and MAX-XPRO. Here are images from the BTR-4E. Abandoned military equipment and NATO weapons. The Russian Defense Ministry has published images of abandoned Ukrainian armed forces strongholds in the Kursk region. During the liberation of the settlements of Kosetsa and Cherkasko-Poreshnoe, their security was ensured by the fighters of the Northern Power Group. The Ukrainian armed forces were found to be actively using a basement. The activity in the basement was monitored and recorded by Russian drone operators for some time. Then, instead of attacking the basement with a drone, Russian engineers decided to send a robot loaded with heavy explosives. This small robot, which could move easily over rough terrain, slowly made its way to the basement. Once in the basement, the explosive was detonated and the basement was destroyed. Vovchansk region. A soldier of the Russian armed forces threw a backpack containing a TM-62 anti-tank mine into the Ukrainian armed forces fortress. The mine exploded and the fortress collapsed. East of Pokrovsk, near the settlement of Tarasovka, pilots of the 33rd Motorized Rifle Regiment destroy several armored vehicles and equipment with the fiber-optic drone Prince Vandal of Novgorod. A fiber-optic drone with powerful ammunition attacked the detected machine gun position and destroyed it. The armored vehicle carrying personnel came face-to-face with the fiber-optic drone. The drone hit it hard. The armored vehicle lost its movement, went off the road, and crashed. A fiber-optic drone arrived to stop the movement in the basement. The personnel who came out of the basement looked for another safe place. They hid in another building, but the drones were watching them. They covered the windows with a sheet to hide from the drone, but this still could not hide their movement. I have no idea why this pickup stopped in the middle of the road, but Russian reconnaissance drone operators spotted them. Then another fiber optic drone, Prince Vandal of Novgorod, took off. It started moving rapidly towards the target. 4 soldiers opened fire to stop the drone. However, they failed and had to flee. The fiber optic drone approached the vehicle and destroyed it.
Don't forget to leave your opinion about the video in the comments, subscribe, and like.
The movement of a group of infantrymen from the 425th Regiment of the Ukrainian Armed Forces was detected. The Russian UAV unit tracked and recorded the movement for a while. Then their movement stopped after a while, and they were stationed in a house. Now the Russian attack drones could act, and they did. Pokrovsky direction. Russian reconnaissance drone operators detected the temporary deployment positions of the Ukrainian armed forces. The coordinates of these positions were transmitted to the artillery units, and the operation began. As a result of successive shelling, the positions were destroyed. As a result of the harmonious work of the drone operators and artillery units, the targets were hit as desired. Engineers of the central units of the Strategic Defense Forces of the Russian Armed Forces, clearing the roads leading to the liberated settlements in the Krasnoarmeyskoye direction, from mine soldiers of the engineering unit of the Central Troops, continue to clear from mines sections of roads and terrain leading to liberated settlements in the Krasnoarmeyskoye direction of the Northern Military District. With the help of the IMR-2 engineering demining machine, specialists are removing debris and blockages from destroyed Ukrainian armed forces equipment. The column rails must be cleared in several shifts using a bulldozer blade and a grapple manipulator. Thanks to the courage and professionalism of engineers, Russian troops are able to move quickly and safely in the SSO zone, perform combat missions, and provide assistance to the civilian population. Based on the T-72 tank, the IMR-2 is equipped with crane and bulldozer equipment and a remote demining system, creating convoy routes through difficult terrain and passages through minefields, enabling troops to advance. Demining in the Kursk region will continue for a long time. The mine danger in the southern border areas will probably continue even after the cessation of hostilities, given that the enemy has been laying mines there for 7 months in addition to our minefields.